Cardoso tips it forward to Chloe Kitts. First possession goes to the Gamecocks. Raven Johnson, who had a career high in points on Monday night, runs the show for South Carolina. The undefeated Gamecocks at 4-0. Mississippi Valley State 1-4. Hall on the drive. Her shot is blocked by Amberly Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Pow Pow for 3. Off the mark. The rebound is out of play. Gamecocks happy to have Pow Pow back. She missed Monday night's win against South Dakota State. Starting 5 for the Devilettes: McKnight, Reed, Brown, Holmes, and Lara. Looks like there's a shot clock malfunction above the basket, thus the stoppage here. So we'll try to get that straightened out. Kimberly Anderson in her second season as a head coach for Mississippi Valley State. Spent her previous 7 seasons over at Lane College. That's a D2 HBCU in Jackson, Tennessee. Had success there, took the Lady Dragons to their first ever NCAA D2 postseason tournament in 2019. But she's really happy to be back. She's actually a Hartsville, South Carolina native, really excited for tonight.
Yeah. She talked about, having playing against Coach Law, and so I think coaches, again, coming back to or being able to get the coaching opportunities at the Division I level, being able to schedule where they able to come back to their hometown is pretty cool. Have family a little bit closer, hopefully be able to watch it play. But again, she talked about how important and cool it is to be able to come back to the state of South Carolina.
The shot clock is lit. Here's the possession for the Devilettes. It's a good look inside, but it's rejected by Cardoso. She swats the attempt from Cyan Holmes.
I mean, that's what you expect from Camila Cardoso, who leads the nation and blocks. That's what she does.
Cardoso, 3.8 blocks per game. First basket belongs to Mississippi Valley State. Starting 5 for the Gamecocks: Pow Pow, Hall, Johnson, Kitts, and Cardoso. Gamecocks swing it around. Pow Pow for 3. That's good.
Pow Pow is back. It's a great shot. Good job of South Carolina being patient on offense. Bree Hall was thinking about taking that shot, but she made one more pass to Pow Pow.
Pow Pow shooting 59% from 3 so far this season. They really missed that Monday night. A turnover here. She's been so consistent, 14 points in each game this season, and 10 for 17 from 3 make that now 11 for 18 on the season, Brett.
Yeah, again, that's what we expect of Pow Pow. I think that's what Coach Staley, talked about her role and her ability to be able to knock down that three-pointer.
Kitts off the glass and in. Chloe Kitts averaged 9.3 per game. Set a career high with 13 points in a double-double against Maryland earlier this season. 5-2 lead for the Gamecocks in a build. Trying to get it inside to Cardoso, who goes 6'7". Needed to be about 6'9" to haul that one in.
Yeah, she had the right intentions, just wasn't able to really execute or get the pass to connect.
Diamond McKnight, the junior transfer, running the show for Mississippi Valley State. This is Lara with the left hand.
Wow, nice step through. Again, she just cruised through the lane and was able to finish.
Lara at 6'3", represents the size on the floor for the Devilettes. That shot no good, but the putback is there for Raven Johnson.
Again, Raven's just relentless on both sides of the basketball, and Carolina is often rewarded for that, for her effort.
Raven's the current SEC co-player of the week. 5 or more assists in every game this season. That shot short. The rebound to Pow Pow, who looks to push. Johnson finds Cardoso for the easy bucket.
Great finish by Cardoso. Again, we talked to the narrative of this season is Johnson and Cardoso's relationship and being able for them to have the chemistry on the court. And it shows they're able to see each other, and Cardoso is able to finish.
Raven averaging 9.5 assists per game. So many of them go to Cardoso. Pau, another opportunity to push here. Again, you can see there's an emphasis, Brett, trying to get it inside to Cardoso.
Right.
All is stripped. That shot is good for Pau.
Great shot. Again, a great patience on the offensive side.
Timeout. We saw a couple of wins. Coach Anderson's starting to get her players into the program, though, Brett. It's a mix of freshmen and a large junior class of JUCO products. There's some talent there now. There's only a couple of seniors on the roster, but this is a group that can grow together and they can begin to build what they want to build in the heart of the Mississippi Delta.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is part of a rebuilding program that most programs go through. You're going to have seasons or years where you're, again, rebuilding. You're bringing in players. You're trying to figure out what works best for your team, and that's what she's doing there at Avina, Mississippi.
Brown turns, fires off the mark. The rebound for Kitts. Hall tried to get it to Cardoso. Quick hands from McKnight.
Great hustle by McKnight to get back on defense.
Cardoso inside. She was met at first by Lara, but stayed with it. 10-point lead early on for the Gamecocks. They average 100 points a game, 100.3 to be exact. Mississippi Valley State averages 60. Amberly Brown, not much she can do against the height of Cardoso. Switch the Gamecocks the other way. Hall thought about it. Johnson from the corner. Off the mark. And McKnight picks up the rebound. Just throws it up. Johnson's able to stay in bounds. An open look for Hall. Chloe Kitts fighting for the rebound. She hits the deck. It'll be Mississippi Valley State basketball. Diamond McKnight has been such a great addition so far for Mississippi Valley State. She's their leading scorer. Leads in a lot of categories, Brett. Points, assists, steals.
That's a great hustle play. She's what really Coach talked about. She plays with a chip on her shoulder, and those type of hustle plays are, what Mississippi Valley is going to need for this game. And she's clearly has been showing what Coach says her style of play is. She's a hustler. Has that dog mentality. She's trying to really get her team the W tonight.
Just has a confidence and an air about herself that doesn't let her get intimidated by anything or an environment like Columbia.
Columbia, absolutely. And then when you're building a program, you want to have players to have that mentality, to be able to come in and to be able to, again, have an aggressive mentality without being intimidated. Coach said they put their shoes on, put their hats on, no matter what environment they're in. And so, again, those type of players are able to do that.
Cheers you heard were from Malaysia Fulwiley, who was checked in for Bree Hall. She wears number 12 in white. Highlight reel player. That shot not close. Fulwiley had her first start on Monday night against South Dakota State, 11 points and 5 rebounds. Quite a debut against Notre Dame, 17 points, 6 assists, 6 steals. And a 12 against Maryland, and 18 and 9 against Clemson. Johnson will head to the line for South Carolina.
Great line drive by Johnson. Again, that just shows her versatility on the floor, being able to knock down a three. She's not afraid to knock down a three, nor is she afraid to drive. And she's rewarded for that in her aggressive driving to the basket.
Foul was called on McKnight, her first. Johnson at the line for South Carolina. Gamecocks shooting 61% from the free throw line so far this season, a number that Coach Staley would like to see increase.
Yeah, she talked about that in a previous game, that's some area, every area of improvement, and it's early in the season. So again, as you continue to practice, getting those extra free throws, after practice is definitely necessary.
This is Leah Turner, who's checked in for the Devilettes. Lara has it taken away by Chloe Kitts. Johnson from the corner. That's good.
Great three-pointer. Again, we just talked about her ability to either knock down the three or she can drive. She just has the athletic ability to do both, and really high basketball IQ to be able to read the defense when they're sagging. And there she is again, always shooting the gap and getting the ball down the floor.
Sends it up to Kitts, unable to finish. It's a 15-point lead for the Gamecocks. A whistle and a travel is going to be called on Lizzie Walker, the junior forward from Crystal Springs, Mississippi. We saw it all night, Monday night, Brett. The Gamecocks would turn defense into offense.
Absolutely, and seeing here with Chloe Kitts, she really has just been fighting all game, since she's been in back-to-back on both sides, getting blocks on the defensive sides, but also trying to get herself open here on the offensive side. But again, just very productive minutes on the floor.
Ashlyn Watkins is in for the Gamecocks. Cardoso finds full Wiley. Unable to connect. And the rebound to Leah Turner. Tried for the home run pass, instead it's stolen by Raven Johnson. Full Wiley draws contact.
Again, the right idea, just the right idea, but I'm just unable to get it connect. South Carolina's size will cut down your vision. And again, that's what goes. That's the result of their aggressive defense.
Johnson like a safety out there playing center field and picking off the pass. Wiley hits the second. The freshman from right here in Columbia. She has 4 straight double-digit scoring games. She's going to try to make it 5 straight today. This is Brown. Tough shot, unable to hit over Watkins. Gamecocks will slow it down here. They lead 20-4. Hall slices her way inside the floater, off the mark. Leah Turner with another rebound for Mississippi Valley State. He's a freshman guard from Hampton, Georgia, averaging 22 minutes a game off the bench. She banks it in.
Nice shot by Turner. That was a good job reading the defense. She knew that the post players were outsizing her in the paint. And just a nice little touch called the banks.
South Carolina's off to a great start this season. 4-0. Scored over 100 points in their first 3 games and against big names, Notre Dame, Maryland, Clemson, and then a win against a solid mid-major on Monday night, South Dakota State.
Again, just shows how they're ready to come out this season with those teams already, those wins already on their resumes. Just shows a bright future for their season.
10 on the shot clock for the Gamecocks. Watkins is double teamed. A jump ball called. Possession arrow in favor of the Devilettes.
Mississippi Valley has done a great job with just doubling down with the posts. With Chloe Kitts, with Ashlyn Watkins, they're making sure that they smother the defense in the post. They know that that's South Carolina's game, and they're putting extra effort in the paint on the defensive end.
McKnight runs into traffic. Another travel is going to be called on Mississippi Valley State. That's their 5th turnover already. We're still in the first quarter.
Again, South Carolina, the pressure defense will cause you to will disrupt your offense and cause you to get flabbergasted a little bit. Again, Mississippi Valley just have to keep their composure.
Almost another tie-up. This will stay with South Carolina. Turnovers have been an issue for Mississippi Valley State this season. Their turnover margin is in the negatives, -4. South Carolina, it's +6.5. They take advantage of those turnovers to get out on the break. Great offense from their defense. Here's a turnover for the Gamecocks. Their third.
Yeah, Bree Hall is struggling a little bit on the offensive side, but you can tell she's just relentless. She's continuing to still knock down shots, still trying to penetrate the zone, and again, activating some action on for Carolina's offense.
Approaching a minute remaining in the quarter. There's a steal for Watkins, and she'll lead the rush. Watkins will take it herself, and one.
Great decision. Great decision. As you can see, she was driving down the floor, looking to possibly pass and give it up to Bree Hall. She said, no, I'm going to take this one inside, and I'm going to finish.
McKnight tried to draw the charge. Give her credit for the toughness. It's a big body in Watkins.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, you can see this dog mentality that she has, and she's unafraid to sacrifice her body to take a charge for a possible defensive stop.
The problem for McKnight now in Mississippi Valley State, she's picked up her second foul. Still in the first quarter. Unable to finish, that's Dower, the freshman from Germany who has checked in for the Devilettes. Fagan finds Watkins. The follow-up is good.
Good follow-up by Watkins. As you can see, the crowd was disappointed in the miss, but again, staying with it to connect for the finish.
Gamecock shooting 47% so far. There's 21% for Mississippi Valley State. High arcing shot, no good. Rebound to Pow Pow. Gamecocks can hold for the final shot of the quarter. 5 seconds. Got to get it off quickly. For Wiley launches. Bank shot almost went in.
Almost went in, yeah.
For Full Wiley. But an outstanding quarter for the South Carolina Gamecocks. We're going to take a break from Colonial Life Arena. South Carolina leads Mississippi Valley State 24-6. On the arc. It's a great look inside to Cardoso.
Great job again, just an easy, simple play. Keeping the ball high, that's just been a strategy, work for Cardoso. Just keeping the ball high, away from the defense and able to finish. And good look by Fagan.
We've seen Fagan do that a couple of times. A nice touch on those passes inside.
Right. And again, it just speaks to the unselfishness of the team. They're able to make that one extra pass to get it to the right person.
A 20-point lead for the Gamecocks. Julia Reed makes her move. Gets away from McKnight. 7th turnover for the Devilettes. McKnight and Reed. Guard combination for Mississippi Valley State. They play together at the JUCO level. Coach Anderson likes to recruit players in pairs. A couple of JUCO combinations. There's a freshman combination from the same high school as well. The floater from Fagan, too strong. Cardoso was fouled as she corralled the rebound. Fouls on Leah Turner, her second. See all the transfers coming in as Coach Anderson tries to build her program. Pow Pow hits for the Gamecocks. A lot of JUCO talent coming in, Brett.
Yeah, again, that's what Coach talked about and building her program. You know, you want to come in with some experience. Freshmen, of course, you have to bring, you're recruiting both from high school and JUCO, but the advantage from JUCO is that you have the experience.
Full Wiley off the glass and one.
Great finish. I think the crowd may have been holding their breath to see what is she going to do this time.
Can't give you a highlight reel play every time down the floor. Sometimes you just have to take the easy finish.
Exactly.
The old-fashioned three-point play.
And maybe she's saving some of those moves for later, But again, great run in transition. She's just so fast, and again, she's rewarded for that.
Free throw, no good. But it's out of play off of Mississippi Valley State, so another possession for the Gamecocks here. Leading by 24. And a steal. That was Reed up ahead. McKnight.
Great pressure again. Great job, Mississippi Valley, pressuring the offense and able to get them still and convert it to 2 points.
So that connection between Reed and McKnight, as I mentioned, they've played together for years, coming from the same JUCO program over to Mississippi Valley State.
Yeah, and that makes a difference, Again, good defensive pressure there, ready to shoot the gap, getting the ball out for a nice finish for the two.
It was Reed with the steal. Morgan Johnson checks back in for South Carolina. She replaces Full Wiley. Cardoso. And Fagan stays with it.
Nice finish by Fagan.
Fagan's numbers have gone up each year. 1.9 points per game as a freshman, 4.9 last season. As a sophomore, she's averaging 8 a game so far in her junior season. Really talented player to bring off the bench for Coach Staley. Deep shot, no good, and the rebound to Ja.
Mississippi Valley is picking up defense early.
Left Pow open on the wing. This foul is going to be called on Cardoso. She got a piece of Shadonda McKnight. First foul for Cardoso. It's actually the first South Carolina foul of the game. They played a very clean game so far, Brett.
Yeah, very, again, smart game, keeping the hands off, managing fouls. Again, being patient, mostly being patient.
Brown for 3. She's short. Fagan, another nice look inside of Cardoso, and she'll head to the line.
Again, just great offensive play by South Carolina. It's almost like clockwork. They know the goal is to get it inside of Cardoso, and that's their first option they're looking into. Again, being able to see the floor. And also Cardoso putting herself in this position, putting herself in the best position to score.
It's a second assist for Sanaya Fagan. 4 different Gamecocks have 2 assists. Sharing the basketball. Ja with the rebound. Finish the putback.
Those are the free throws that we talked about earlier, Dave. In South Carolina, that's some of the area that they definitely can improve on, but, will come over across the season.
Foul's going to be called on Ja. Her first. We're off to a great start, Brett. There's always something you can work on.
Yeah.
Coach Staley and this coaching staff for South Carolina, and I know free throws, it's been an emphasis.
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about that again last game, and for this game again, transferring to how the importance of free throws. I mean, obviously, sports or basketball, I think that's the free throws is critical. Free throws are critical to the game. Nice shot.
Bank shot for Lizzie Walker. Junior forward. Started a couple of games earlier this season, but she'll be coming off the bench since. JUCO transfer from Meridian Community College. Cardoso, high off the glass, no good, stays with it. Loose ball, and the finish for Bree Hall.
Again, that play started from Cardoso moving towards the basket. She activated the defense there, and then again, Bree Hall this is her first time getting on the board in today's game, but she has definitely been productive in disrupting the offense for Mississippi Valley, and also creating offense for South Carolina.
Johnson feeds Fagan.
Nice feed. And good finish by Fagan.
It's a 38-10 lead for South Carolina. The crowd gets behind the defense of the Gamecocks. 3-on-2 for South Carolina. Pow from the wing. Rebound in the hands of Shadiman McKnight, who's on the floor with 2 fouls. McKnight had just 5 points in 9 minutes in the opener at Utah, and then exploded double-digit points in her last 4, including a season-high 21 at LSU.
She's been very productive in this game, and her minutes on the floor, both on the offensive and defensive side.
A creative shot from Reed just to try to get around Cardoso. Reed goes 5'6". Cardoso, of course, 6'7", so you're giving up a foot and an inch.
And an inch, yeah. Reserve.
There's not a ton of size for Mississippi Valley State. A couple of freshman centers that are 6'3". There are 2 Euros, Jana Dauer from Germany and Lucia Lara from Spain. Right now it's Lara on the floor for the Devilettes. Kitts runs into Lara, and the foul will be called on the Spaniard. She'll pick up her second.
You can see Lara was trying to do her work earlier on Ashlyn Watkins to try to defend her, to prevent her from catching the ball. And then, of course, McKnight helps off, tries to get the defensive stop.
Chloe Kitts, a 56% free throw shooter. Gamecocks now 4 for 8 so far today. 5 for 9 as Kitts drains both. It's a 30-point lead midway through the second quarter. McKnight hands off to Reed. Slice through the defense for Wiley. Well, control for the Gamecocks. Lost possession, but it's out of play, and that'll bring us to a media
Better. They're improving, again, on both sides of the basketball.
If you think about who they lost, WNBA Rookie of the Year, Leah Boston, Zaya Cook, Bree Beal, Letitia Mehier, Victoria Saxton. And many thought they'd take a step back. That's why they were picked preseason 2 in the SEC instead of 1. But they're right back in the driver's seat thanks to the contributions of that sophomore class. And remember, it's a roster filled with McDonald's All-Americans. So you lose the talent, but you replenish it.
Right, yeah. There's no setback. It's more of a move up.
Hall from the corner, too strong. Whose ball is it? It's Mississippi Valley State's. Gamecocks now 3 for 12 from 3. Devilettes 0 for 4. Nice look from McKnight to Lara.
Yeah, that's a nice job reading the defense. Just back cutter. Just needed to be able to finish that.
Reed gets it into Holmes. Cyan Holmes has her pass picked by Raven Johnson. Johnson feeds for Wiley. Watkins gets the bounce.
Finally, he's almost kind of like a hot potato toss before the final finish. Good follow-up and good finish by Carolina.
Ashlyn Watkins, who's averaging 10 points, 7.8 boards. She has 2 double-doubles already this season. One against Maryland and one against Clemson. One of those sophomores whose numbers have climbed. Deep 3 from McKnight. It's off the mark. Here's Raven Johnson. Full Wiley. Draws contact and she'll head to the line. And the foul will be called on Shadiman McKnight, who picks up her 3rd. It's bad news for Mississippi Valley State. So their top player on the floor has 3 fouls here in the second quarter. she'll have to exit.
Yeah, and of course, as a coach, you have to bring your eye to preserver for the second half. But I mean, her productivity on the floor has been really unmatched, and it's just in line with what Coach has talked about with the type of style player that she is.
Just 4 points, 3 rebounds. She'll have to watch from the bench. It's a 44-10 lead for the Gamecocks. Reed will run the point. Lara. Hall stays with her. Lara gets inside and finishes.
Nice athletic move by Lara.
Kitts. Watkins. Contact and the finish.
Great finish by Watkins. Looks like
Lara holding on to that knee. That's not good news for Mississippi Valley State. Watkins misses the free throw. Rebound's tracked down by Leah Turner. Turner playing on the floor with 3 fouls. She feeds Walker. Whistle doesn't get the bounce. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Lara here, Brett. Just came down bad.
Yeah, it came down near Chloe Kitts' foot, but looks like she landed in an awkward position.
In and out on the first from Lizzie Walker, the junior from Crystal Springs. Just over 7 points per game last season at Meridian Community College. Did shoot 43%. Johnson up ahead, home run pass to Kitts. Now they're all over Sadie Williams. Jump ball is called.
Again, just 2 aggressive plays back-to-back. Again, sparked by Carolina's aggressive transition. But Mississippi Valley came up with the basketball.
They have the possession arrow here.
And Dave, I'd like to see Reed come in. Obviously, McKnight is on the bench right now, but Reed come in and be able to step up in the point guard position. Again, these are moments. You get the opportunity to play against the #1 team in the nation. You get to really show and bring your team up, defend for your team, score for your team, and this just shows just true leadership in Reed.
Janderson calls her an energy player, leader that keeps everyone else calm. Shot is short from Lizzie Walker. Loose ball. Devilettes have it. Reed for 3. Kitts comes up with the board for the Gamecocks. Full Wiley, the scoop. And the foul called on Mississippi Valley State. It's going to be called on Lizzie Walker. She picks up her first. Tina Pow checks back in for the Gamecocks. And Bree Hall will take a seat. Full Wiley hits the first. Now 4 for 6 from the line, 5 for 7 for Malaysia Full Wiley.
Again, we talked about it before, just an incredible freshman who has had productive minutes and an impact on the game and the program already, just as a freshman, just ready to go and to make her mark in college women's basketball.
Double team on Reed, gets the shot off. Pow up ahead to Johnson. Terrific look to Chloe Kitts.
Great pass in transition again. Yeah, Raven Johnson just has, I feel like she has the third eye. She's able to see and sense players when running in transition. Not only just see them, but definitely get the ball to them at the right time in the right place.
It's a third assist for Raven Johnson. Take another look at the pass from Johnson to Kitts, and Coach Staley said in a press conference, I think it was last week, Reg said, look about Raven Johnson, if I'm on the floor with her, I'm running because she's going to find you in stride. Yes. And she's been playing at this fast pace for a long time. Maybe didn't have the personnel to do it in the past, or maybe we didn't push her to do it, but the slate was clean.
For resumes, it just makes basketball exciting, and they can fill in the gap and really, again, work with each other and find a new identity in this team. And
they look better than ever. You have 3 straight games scoring over 100 points, as we mentioned, against Notre Dame, Maryland, and Clemson. Reed is short. But now you add the element of 3-point shooting to go along with their inside dominance. And they still have that tenacious defense. It's an all-around team. For Wiley from the corner. Pow with the putback.
Again, nice finish. First of all, good look by Fuwale, and then the good finish by Pow, crashing the boards.
10 points for Pow. She's leading the way for the Gamecocks. Williams on the drive. Oh, she's swatted by Fuwale.
Not only does she shoot the shots, she blocked the shots as well.
5th block for the Gamecocks. The 5'10" freshman getting up. One last opportunity for the Devilettes. And Williams finds no room as she's swarmed by Ashlyn Watkins. What a first half, Brett, for South Carolina.
Again, aggressive, offensive on both sides.
To burn the candle at both ends, so it's good to have that other point guard out there to balance it out.
Right.
Start of the second half here inside CLA. 40-point lead for South Carolina. Raven Johnson just to handle for a moment. Skip pass over to Pow. All top of the arc. They'll get it inside to Cardoso. She'll finish on the second opportunity.
Great finish.
Well, Lucia is back for Mississippi Valley State, but she's having some physical problems once again. They might have to help her off the floor. Remember, she came down, I believe it was on Chloe Kitts' foot in the first half and had to exit. Started here on the floor in the second half. She'll get a hug from her coach, Kimberly Anderson. She loves Lara and Dower, the 2 internationals. We talked about it in our call this week with Coach Anderson. She just said, hey, and they love me. I treat them right. They're special kids. Disciplined, buying into everything that I'm trying to build here. And she said with their personalities, it's different because they're so respectful and polite. You have to really love players like that. Hopefully Raven Johnson's okay.
Looks like
she's smiling. That's
smiling.
A good sign.
That's a good sign.
Yeah. A little
looks like some
knee-to-knee collision.
Yeah, some knee-to-knee contact there.
The foul's on Brown, her second. Shot won't go for Cardoso. But again, getting back to those internationals, and Cardoso, of course, is one of them. Coach Anderson said they work hard. They're just a different breed. They add size. Of course, coming over, you have to get used to the different style of play in the States. She's so happy to have those 2 freshmen in Lara and Dower.
And that's important to create that type of home environment for our international players, because obviously they're far away from home. And I have to say, Mississippi being the hospitality state, we do a good job of, just making people feel at home.
Whistle on a foul, I believe, is going to be called on Amberly Brown. They're the internationals on your screen. Lara, who exited with the injury, and Dowers is in for her now, number 13 in green. I asked Coach Anderson how she got those 2 players to come to the Mississippi Delta. She said, hey, I've got friends in high places. It's not my first rodeo. But no, she played a little overseas, and she said building relationships helps you get all kinds of athletes. You do have to sell yourself, and she believes in getting out there as a head coach.
Yeah, absolutely. You definitely have to sell yourself to, asking players to come that far from home to be able to, live out a dream. And again, her methodology of making them feel at home, making them feel seen and warm. And you can even see with the hug coming on the sideline that she tries to create that environment. And I think when you get players to buy into that, they'll do anything for you. Great finish.
Yeah, it's a good-looking shot for Lizzie Walker. She's got 4.
Lizzie Walker is one of the players that have done a great job also on the defensive end, just trying to, again, fight around 6'7" Camila Cardoso to try to prevent that pass inside. Again, great job reading the defense, catching it, and finishing.
Foul's called on Dower. She picks up her first. 6'3" center from Germany. It's her 5th game of the season, but she's played limited minutes. Gamecocks swing it around. Johnson for 3. Got it!
Nice shot. She hasn't taken a 3 in a while, but when she's open and she's ready to shoot, she lets it fly.
10 points for Raven Johnson. Here she is on the steal. Johnson with the finish.
That's what Raven Johnson does. She'll pick your pocket and she'll take it to the other end for a score.
Johnson, who's averaging 3 steals per game, picks up another. 60-14. Shot off the mark. Pow Pow with the rebound. Wide open. This is Bree Hall. Walker slices her way inside, and she's blocked by Cardoso. Third block for Camila, who averages 3.8 per game. Only bested by Ashlyn Watkins, her teammate, who averages 4. Johnson's really worked on her shot this season, Brett, and it shows.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You get to see, we talked about players and the evolution of players. The sophomore, after her injury, again, just had a great comeback, and she's just been moving forward ever since then. Both just productive on both sides of the basketball. She has a style of picking up early on defense, and she's able to get those steals right away. She'll pick your pocket, and again, and convert that over to points, whether that be through an assist or scoring herself.
I love what she had to say about a week ago in press conference. She called it her revenge tour.
Oh yeah.
She mentioned in the Clemson post game that how hyped up South Carolina was last year, and when they lost in the Final Four, everyone was hating on them. And she mentioned videos that went viral that really upset her, added fuel to her fire, and said this is a revenge season. And she has something for every team that comes up. She said, hey, maybe last season happened for a reason. Maybe I needed that, but this is definitely my revenge season.
Wow, and that's good for, you have to play with a chip on your shoulder. That shows just your aggressive style at play. And again, there she is again with another steal, wanting to come back and make a statement for her team.
Hall drains it from the corner.
Great shot by Bree Hall. And one thing I love about her game is that she never gives up. She's extremely consistent, and without her shot, she hasn't had a good offensive game thus far, but she kept shooting, she kept driving and creating other opportunities for her teammates. And when you do that, you will be rewarded, and she has been.
There's the defensive presence of Cardoso. It looked like it was going to be an easy bucket for Reed. There's the open look for Bree Hall, who gets her first 3 of the day, shooting 25% from behind the arc coming into today.
Again, just solid player. I like to see her in the lineup because, again, she's just a good player on both sides of the basketball.
Johnson with the rebound. She looks to push. Feeds Kitts.
Great pass. Good finish by Chloe Kitts.
Ten seconds for Shadama McKnight. Checked by Cardoso. Giving up a foot here. Puts her move on Cardoso. That's a pretty feed. The defense is there once again for South Carolina.
What a double play. Great pass by McKnight, but a nice block.
Hits Hall. And contact. Foul will be called on the Devilettes. Called on Cyan Holmes. Chloe Kitts.
That was a great pass by McKnight, but great defensive help by Chloe Kitts.
Raven now has back-to-back games with 5 steals. Kitts will take a rest. Gets a nice hand from this crowd here inside Colonial Life Arena. It's not a shooting foul. So Gamecocks ball underneath. Fagan tried to get it to Cardoso, but Devilettes were ready for that. Turner. Cardoso with the rebound. Raven Johnson will look to run. It's Hall up ahead. Instead, she'll drop it off to Pow Pow. Hall from the corner, in and out. This is Shadiman McKnight. She pulls up for 3. Off the mark. And Pow Pow. A whistle and travel called. Turnover for South Carolina. Brings us to a break here inside CLA. The Gamecocks all over the...
In her sophomore season, when she was in the highlights where we talked about earlier with the sophomores who have improved their average from last year. And I just love to see players work hard early and to work their way into the starting lineup for the #1 team in the nation.
On that FIBA Under-19 World Cup team for the U.S. that won gold. She's on the Under-18 team as well. Unable to find any space is Amberly Brown. Whistle on the travel. That's going to be called Mississippi Valley State.
Now Cardoso is just, again, her presence has the ability to cut your vision and to cause you to fumble a little bit on offense, on the offensive side.
That's running their half-court offense. They get it inside to Cardoso, who finishes, and she'll head to the line.
Again, great finish, great patience on offense, working the defense around eventually to find the right opportunity to get into Cardoso, and they were rewarded for it.
Cyan Holmes picks up her 2nd foul. Cardoso's on her way to another double-double. Just 1 rebound away. And Fagan. The Mississippi Valley State basketball. Cardoso couldn't finish the 3-point play. Fagan almost had a hit at a 4-point possession.
She did, yeah, almost.
This is Jalea Reed. Now Leah Turner. They get it inside to McKnight. He's going to draw a foul on Sanaya Fagan. It's the first on Fagan.
So you can see a lot of the guards are having to alter their shots, going into what I call the paint land of 6-foot players from Carolina.
5 points now for McKnight. She had 18 points and 10 assists in their win at McNeese State. 19 points against ULM. 10 points in their last game against Wisconsin-Milwaukee. She could fill it up.
Yeah, it's definitely what Coach talked about before, of her just being an aggressive player. Both ends of the basketball, extremely fast.
That was an outstanding feed to Leah Turner on the break.
Yeah, great pass, just couldn't get it to connect. But great job seeing the floor. for McKnight.
Cardoso, and she'll head back to the line.
Again, that's South Carolina's game, getting it on the inside. Right then, they didn't have to be patient too long. She was open immediately and just able to get the ball to her.
She's just so strong that the contact doesn't even
bother her. Yeah, contact is almost on her lower level of her body, and her arms are so long. She's just able to stretch up and to get the ball to finish. We're able to finish the basket.
In and out on the free throw attempt, but another foul is going to be called on the Devilettes as Fagan hit the deck. It's going to be called on Lizzie Walker. She picks up her second. Chloe Kitts returns for the Gamecocks. She replaces Cardoso. Fagan, a junior forward from Ellenwood, Georgia. First team All-American as a senior in high school. She was the number 4 overall player in the class of 2021. That's why this team is so deep, because Fagan's one of those players who could be a star somewhere else, and she's certainly going to be a star here, but having to come off the bench because this team is just so deep.
Right.
Full Wiley with the scoop off the glass.
Nice. Again, I think the crowd continues to just go silent for a moment just to watch what she's going to do, but I think that was a great job reading the defense to just keep it and finish it at the basket.
Large lead for the Gamecocks.
But to your point, Dave, I think it's just you're right. Yeah, each player has their own, resume to where they could come in and be a star, but yet they're still unselfish and they're still are ranked in the number of assists per game.
In and out for Shadadna McKnight. Fagan's just someone, she's just so skilled. She has the body of a forward, but the skills of a guard.
Absolutely, extremely athletic, extremely athletic. And so it's great to see her get on the floor and get some minutes.
For Wiley now running the point for South Carolina's Raven Johnson's on the bench. Hall gets it inside to Fagan. She steps out of bounds. So a turnover for the Gamecocks. That's their 9th. Ja back in for South Carolina. She'll guard the ball. McKnight finds help in Holmes. A whistle. And a foul that's going to go against the Gamecocks. And Chloe Kitts. Chloe picks up her first. They'll send Cyan Holmes to the line. Holmes, player who's coming back from injury this season, trying to get her strength back from that injury, but Coach Anderson told us she's someone who brings an instant impact to the game. An older player on the team, brings experience. She's a senior forward.
And it's good to have players like Holmes on your team when you are rebuilding, because again, she comes in and brings in that experience that you want as you're rebuilding.
So that brace on her leg, she started 5 games last November and then was out for the rest of the season. Still getting strength back. An open look on the baseline for Fagan. And McKnight will look to run. The speedy Shadadna McKnight.
Wow, nice savvy layup. Just couldn't get it to finish. But yeah, she's fast as lightning.
And now hobbling because she ran into one of our officials. McKnight continues to go. And diving to the floor, and she's pounding the floor in anger. Foul's gonna be called on Fagan. There's that bulldog that we were talking about in McKnight, running into officials, into Gamecocks.
She has not let up since tip-off, and again, that's what you're going to need for these, as just a player in general, and for any game that you're playing to lead your team. And as a point guard, she has been relentless again on both sides of the basketball. As you said, Dave, I think she may have ran into a referee.
She
being
did.
So aggressive.
She wasn't happy about it either. She got up limping. Sakima Walker's on the floor for the Gamecocks. Senior from Columbus, Ohio. Wears number 35. And a block from behind by Full Wiley. This is Watkins.
Nice finish. Nice finish by Ashlyn Watkins.
Devilettes can hold for the final shot of the quarter. A whistle and a foul that'll be called on the Gamecocks. It's on Full Wiley. She picks up her first. So Aaliyah Durham, name we haven't really mentioned today, heads to the line, a freshman forward from Griffin, Georgia. Averaging 6.4 minutes per game. Got her first collegiate bucket earlier in November at LSU. She was high school teammates with Leah Turner, who we have seen plenty of, both coming over from Griffin High School. Walker with the board. 5 seconds for Watkins. The heave from Full Wiley. Just a bit short. Another excellent quarter for the South Carolina Gamecocks. Dak averaged over 18 a game. Had 9 20-point performances for a team that finished the season 20-3. The Women's Basketball Hall of Fame opened in 1999. It's the only facility dedicated to all levels of women's basketball.
And I think that's just pretty cool to just have your jersey again at a JUCO level, and amongst the greats. And I'm sure she's extremely proud of that accomplishments, and I'm sure that she wants to continue that legacy and go further, by coming here to Mississippi Valley State.
Wiley in the corner, gets it inside to Walker. She'll draw contact. So Sakima Walker will head to the line. Walker played 7 minutes on Monday night. Had a good game against Clemson, 10 points and 6 rebounds in only 15 minutes, season highs. She's a JUCO transfer for South Carolina, coming over from Northwest Florida, but she did start her college career at Rutgers. She has all sorts of talent, Brett. A 2020 McDonald's All-American. She was the 2023 JUCO Player of the Year.
It's great to see Sakima on the floor again, for her to get some minutes and to see how well she plays with her teammates. And again, she comes with a wealth of experience herself, just like we talked about before.
Turnover for Mississippi Valley State. Full Wiley. She feeds Fagan, but we'll go the other way.
Great defensive decision by McKnight. Again, she's been sacrificing her body the entire night. She tried to get a charge early with in the first half against Ashlyn Watkins, but didn't go her way. But again, she was relentless and made a defensive stop just now, and was rewarded for that.
She was on that same JUCO team as Jalea Reed. Lizzie Walker and Amberly Brown, who we've seen today, were teammates at another JUCO team for Mississippi Valley State. Turner and Durham were teammates at the same high school. This is Reed. Ja will look to push for the Gamecocks. 3-on-1. Full Wiley.
Wow, what is this? A smooth finish. She didn't even have to put the basketball on the floor, but great pass by Ja. As you can see, she's just been an active freshman as well, just aggressive on defense. And her time on the floor again is great to see.
Timeout called by Mississippi Valley State, so we're going to take a break as well. 8:19 left to go. The Gamecocks lead the Devilettes 81-16. Well, before the break, Brett, we were talking about Coach Anderson recruiting players in pairs, and we asked her about it in our call this week. Found it kind of interesting. She said, this is my second season and I'm basically starting over fresh, but I wanted to recruit kids that know each other so we can have that team chemistry right away. Our chemistry is phenomenal. And she said if we bring the type of kids in that can get along and play together and learn the system together, it makes my job a little easier.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think that's a wise recruiting approach, particularly when you are rebuilding your team, is that that is foundation to creating team chemistry. And she talked about, the summer activities and them building a bond with different summer activities, such as going swimming or going to the movies. Again, that is foundational for your team. The health of your program is making sure that they know each other, and it's a plus. They know each other coming before. They're excited to reunite for a common goal, and I think it's exciting and a great recruiting strategy to recruit like-minded players who already know each other. That's half the work is done there.
And they're going to find good athletes. They already have found some, like McKnight, who has the ball right now, just to come in and help build up this program.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, and she's done that. Again, she's productive has been productive all night on the floor, just everywhere, just trying to get her team up and going. But again, a great recruiting strategy to try to get your players, build chemistry with your players as you're building the program.
Third foul on Full Wiley. 6 Gamecocks in double figures in points. For Wiley, one of them with 11. For Wiley's now started her career with 5 straight double-digit scoring games. And a steal for Full Wiley against McKnight. She finds Fagan.
What an interesting back pass, again, to Fagan. Reading the defense. She was on one side, so she passed it on the other, but great finish by Fagan.
8 points for Fagan. McKnight a deep 3. Too strong. Ja tips it to herself. McKnight. Time crashed into her teammate, Leah Turner, and the scorer's table. Only 5'7", Brett, but she might be the toughest player on the floor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Tough as nails. Tough as nails. And you see Coach, gave her a pat on the back. But she's just, again, aggressive, relentless. And, again, you want those players that has that, like Coach said, that dog in them that plays hard no matter the circumstance or the situation. Like Coach said, they put their hats on the same no matter where they go, no matter where they play. And it's shown tonight.
And that respect from Coach Staley as well. Another inside bucket for the Gamecocks. Dominated in the paint today. Now 7 South Carolina players in double digits. Leah Turner playing with 4 fouls. Dower loses the handle, so it's a turnover for the Devilettes. Dower will take a seat. Hopkins trying to find a passing lane. Unable to feed Walker. So teams trading turnovers here midway through the fourth quarter. Holmes, no good. Offensive board for Brown. McKnight pulls up. In and out. Fagan up ahead. This is Full Wiley.
And again, good finish by Full Wiley. But that play was activated again by just aggressive double down defense. Here on the defensive end. They got the ball out in the transition, and South Carolina did what South Carolina does.
39 fast break points today for the Gamecocks, just 2 for the Devilettes. Cyan Holmes, she's short. Full Wiley behind the back. Lobs it for Ja. Pass was broken up.
Yeah, I think she was intended for a little alley-oop there. But again, just great ball handling. So smooth with it. Passed by the defense just so easily, looking up ahead with the intentions to score.
She really has magical ball skills.
She does. Just had such good ball control too, as well.
Speaking of ball control, McKnight just misses. He was asking for a foul call, didn't get it. Emily Brown. Leah Turner from distance. The fans inside CLA get on Turner. Ten seconds for the Gamecocks. Watkins spins inside. And contact and a foul called on Mississippi Valley State. It's on Amberly Brown, who has fouled out. So 4:50 left to go. Timeout on the floor. South Carolina leads 87. Really thankful for their support.
Absolutely.
Take a look at the upcoming schedule for South Carolina. It's going to get tough. Go to the Triangle to take on North Carolina, and then I think they're going to stay up there because they got Duke right after that.
Yeah, and again, like you said, it just really two great games ahead. Well, looking at the first against North Carolina, but just a great schedule lies ahead for the Gamecocks, but they're ready.
We'll be there here, I should say, for that Morgan State matchup. We'll be right here on SEC Network Plus when they return home. Another game against an HBCU. Ja off the glass, a pretty finish.
Great finish by Ja. Again, she's this freshman that, I'm excited to see her career evolve here at Carolina. She's just very aggressive on both ends. Whenever she's in, she makes use of her minutes and is extremely productive.
First bucket of the day for Sanaya Ja, who averages 5.3 per game so far. Douglas trying to find space. Rebound for Sakima Walker. And we're going to have a substitution timeout. Cardoso, it's a nice hand here inside Colonial Life Arena. .406 remaining, an 89-16 lead. And as we mentioned, Brett, no one's left the building. Gamecocks continue to put on a show. There's Full Wiley on the feed from Fagan.
What a pass. Let the eagle fly. She just looks so calm in the air. And again, great shot by, great finish by Fuwale, and great pass by Sanaya Fagan. That looks like a perfect draw up and execution there.
And that's why everyone stays.
Yeah, that's why.
The 3-on-1, Full
And
Wiley.
she does it again. 2 times in a row.
She's having so much fun. She's such a joy to watch.
Yeah, joy to watch and having fun.
Too much mustard on that pass from McKnight. Some highlight reel plays here in the fourth quarter for the Gamecocks. Fagan to Full Wiley.
Perfect pass.
And then Ja to Full Wiley. It's really an unselfish team. They love to share the basketball.
Absolutely.
Ja on the move, baseline, in and out. Lizzie Walker kicks it out. McKnight. Deep three for Shadima McKnight.
Great shot from McKnight. Again, it's just good to see her shot fall. I know she's been, again, has been relentless and unafraid to take those shots despite her luck earlier, but it's good to see her that she's persistent with her shot.
And McKnight has 8. Fagan now with 12. Reed off the mark. Watkins.
What an easy finish. Again, Carolina transition defense, they're just able to get it out and up the floor very quickly for easy finishes. And again, having that height and speed advantage is definitely helpful.
In the Dawn Staley era, 21 points allowed is the fewest. And only allowed 19 in this one. Set a new school record. And Walker with the putback.
Great to see Walker out on the floor. Again, her minutes are maybe limited, but she's so productive on the offensive side. You know, just creating that big presence on inside the paint. Again, this is just good to see her on the floor.
Every Gamecock has scored today as Walker gets on the board. Can the Gamecocks get above that 100 mark? They can! 101 points for South Carolina. Their 4th game this season. Over 100. Brings an eruption from inside Colonial Life Arena.
Absolutely. Again, we talked about this is why they stay. They want to see this. This is fun to watch for them. And again, Carolina, right, hitting the mark on their national average.
This is also the largest margin of victory, 82 points. It tops the 81 points against Charleston back in November of 2020. We still have 3 seconds remaining here. A 101-19 lead for South Carolina. McKnight, a heave. That won't go. So South Carolina defeats Mississippi Valley.